Auschwitz, the darkest corners of hell on earth. Welcome everyone to our channel. There are places in history whose names have become symbols of ultimate horror and atrocity. Auschwitz is one such place. This was not merely a concentration camp, but Nazi Germany's largest extermination machine, where an estimated 1.1 million people, predominantly Jews, were brutally deprived of their lives. Today, we will not just recount numbers, but delve into the darkest corners of Auschwitz, exploring the specific horrors that unfolded within each block, each area, to better understand the depths of human cruelty and to forever remember the victims who perished. Block 10, where science became a tool of torture. Block 10 was where science was twisted into an instrument of brutality. Here, Nazi doctors, under the guise of scientific research, conducted horrifying medical experiments on prisoners. Dr. Karl Klauberg's sterilization experiments. Klauberg performed mass sterilization experiments on Jewish women. He injected caustic substances into their uteruses, often without anesthesia, causing immense pain and permanent disfigurement. Dr. Horst Schumann's experiments. Schumann focused on castration and X-ray experiments, causing severe burns, mutilation, and infertility, specifically targeting Roma, Gypsy, prisoners. Angel of Death, Dr. Josef Mengele. Most infamously, Mengele conducted cruel experiments on twins, including injecting dye into their eyes or even sewing them together in an attempt to understand genetics and improve the race. Other experiments included high-altitude experiments, freezing experiments, drug and experimental chemical testing, deliberate infection, and exposure to extreme temperatures and pressures. Block 10 stands as a testament to the moral depravity of those who exploited knowledge to inflict unspeakable suffering. Block 11, the Death Block, where justice was buried. Block 11 was known by its chilling name, the Death Block. This was the center of brutal interrogations, torture, and mass executions. The cellar. It housed various cells, including the standing cells, Stehbunker, where prisoners were confined in spaces so cramped they could neither sit nor lie down, and the starvation cells, Zell 22, where prisoners were left to die of hunger and thirst. The execution yard. The adjacent yard was where thousands of prisoners were shot against the death wall. Every bullet represented a life taken, every day a chain of senseless deaths. Center of resistance. However, even in this hell, sparks of resistance flickered. Block 11 was also a center for resistance activities, including the Sonderkommando uprising in September 1944, a small glimmer of hope in the deepest darkness. Block 24, the forced brothel, physical and emotional agony. Block 24, also known as the Puff, was one of the most repulsive dark corners of Auschwitz. This was a brothel where female prisoners were forced into sexual slavery for Nazi SS guards and some privileged male prisoners as part of a reward system to increase labor productivity. Purpose. Established on Heinrich Himmler's orders, this brothel was part of a brutal effort to maintain order and productivity in the camp. Victims. Women, primarily Polish political prisoners, were lured with false promises of better treatment or freedom, only to face humiliation and suffering. Brutality. Irma Gries, a notorious female SS guard, was known for brutally torturing and tormenting women in Block 24, becoming a symbol of limitless evil. Block 24 is a painful reminder of the degradation of human dignity and physical torment inflicted by the Nazi regime. Blocks 7 and 21. Horrific living conditions and the infirmary of despair. Block 7. Originally part of the Polish army barracks, Block 7 was repurposed by the Nazis into a prison within a prison, where inhumane living conditions were amplified to unimaginable levels. Overcrowding, unsanitary conditions, and the lack of basic necessities like food, water, and medical care turned it into a breeding ground for disease and suffering. The story of Mala Zimmetbaum, a young Belgian Jewish woman who displayed extraordinary kindness and courage, is a small beacon of light in the darkness. Block 21. Designated as the camp infirmary, this was where countless prisoners experienced their final agonizing moments, abandoned to die in misery and pain, without the most basic medical attention. SS doctors often conducted brutal experiments instead of providing treatment. The story of Gisela Perl, a Hungarian Jewish gynecologist who tirelessly fought to care for her fellow prisoners, is an example of compassion amidst hell. Block 4. The Memorial Museum. Silent Testimony. Today, Block 4 stands as a memorial museum, displaying profound reminders of the victims. Here, we can see mountains of shoes, suitcases, eyeglasses, and even hair from millions who were stripped of everything before being murdered. These personal belongings, often the last possessions of the victims, speak volumes about their lives before being engulfed by the darkness of Auschwitz. They are silent, yet powerful, testimonies to the irreparable loss and unimaginable brutality. Auschwitz is an indelible scar on human history. It is a painful reminder of what can happen when hatred and fanaticism dominate. Remembering the atrocities that occurred at Auschwitz is not only to honor the victims, but also to learn from the past, to strive for a future where such evil is inconceivable. Let us commit together that these horrors will never be repeated. What are your thoughts on what happened at Auschwitz? Please leave your comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more profound and important history stories. See you in the next video.